They
Look at them,
said
they look
Adeline and Silas
ridiculous.
Carter had lost
What are you
their
wearing?
minds.
Get out of our
In
town.
a small Vermont town where everyone knew everyone, the elderly couple had suddenly become the center of mockery. All because they spent their last $3, everything they had left, on a broken, ivy-covered shack, barely 100 square feet. People slowed their cars just to laugh. Some even took photos and posted them online. One wealthy couple joked, "You can't make this up." But Adeline didn't argue. She just smiled, because she felt something no one else could see. Just 2 years earlier, they had everything: a home, savings, and a peaceful life built over 45 years of marriage. Then came the diagnosis: pancreatic cancer, stage 3. Silas fought like his life depended on it, because it did. Surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, pain that drained every ounce of his strength. And somehow, against the odds, he survived. But survival came at a cost. Their $38,000 in savings vanished within months. Medical bills kept piling up. Their house was sold. His job was gone. Her work hours were cut. And 3 weeks ago, they were evicted from their apartment. Since then, they had been sleeping in their old car. Now, all they had left in the world was $3.17. One afternoon, while deciding whether to buy gas or food, Adeline noticed a small handwritten sign on a pole: "Estate sale. Cash only." Something about it made her stop. At the back of the property, hidden beneath thick vines, stood a tiny, forgotten structure. The wood was rotting, the window was broken, and the roof looked like it could collapse any moment. It looked completely worthless. The seller laughed slightly and said, "Honestly, if you got $3, just take it. I need it gone." Silas looked unsure. "We can't live in that." But Adeline kept staring at it, quiet, certain. "It's shelter," she said softly, "and I feel like it's meant to be ours." So they bought it, and the laughter got louder. People whispered as they walked away. "They've lost it. That's not a house. They're crazy." But the next morning they returned and started cleaning. Hours passed. As Adeline swept the inside, her eyes caught something carved deep into the wooden wall: J.W. 1847. Those simple markings felt important. They went to the town library and started digging. What they discovered changed everything. That tiny shack wasn't just an old structure. It was the original trading post of the town, the very first building ever constructed there. History had been sitting right in front of everyone, and no one noticed. A few days later, while cleaning the floor, Silas's broom hit something loose. A floorboard shifted. Beneath it was a hidden compartment. Inside, a metal box. They opened it carefully. Old journals, maps, and most importantly, original land documents from 1847. Those papers revealed something no one could believe. The land connected to that structure carried mineral and water rights that had never been transferred over the years, rights now legally tied to them. Experts confirmed it. The value, nearly $3 million. $3 had turned into millions. The same town that laughed now stood in shock. But what Adeline and Silas did next left everyone speechless. They didn't chase the money. Instead, they made a choice. They sold the rights back to local property owners for almost nothing, just enough to clear legal confusion. They donated valuable resources to the town, and with the rest, they created a foundation to help elderly people in crisis. People just like them. People who had lost everything. A year later, they were still living in that tiny restored home. Simple, peaceful, full of purpose. On the wall near their door hung a single $1 bill saved from the original 3. Beneath it, a small message. The value of something isn't its price. It's what you're willing to see in it. Because they didn't just find treasure in that forgotten shack. They proved that sometimes, when you have almost nothing left, faith, courage, and vision are enough to change everything.